Nick, welcome. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, my man. What's going on?
How are things in Cleveland?
Oh, things are great, man. You know what? We're going through a little rough spot right now, but hey, man. Otherwise than that, I feel we got a great squad over here, and we're just trying to try and bring this team back to where it belongs.
Did you land on your feet, Nick? You happy with the way things turned out?
You know what, I am. And obviously being part of that tradition and everything in New York, from everything that I learned there and everything that I was honored to experience over there. To do my best to try and bring that over here in a way.
You had a great run here. I would hope that the last couple of weeks, which I know weren't pleasant, didn't ruin what were 4 great years, did it?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, that's a place that I will always look at as one of the brighter spots in my life, and just to be able to experience all of that, wow, what an honor for me to do that. But hey, you kind of got to move on sometimes, and for me being here was the best thing for my family and I, and I could not be more happy and honored to be part of this organization.
Talking with Nick Swisher, who now has become, because of the way things worked out for the Indians, who have offense, just have no pitching right now, and they got to get some kids who can pitch, and tonight they're bringing a kid out of the minors to pitch. But Nick now has moved into first base, which we knew you could play, which ironically they could have used you here doing that right now, the way things worked out. But you've become now, how does it feel to become a full-time first baseman?
Oh, I'm loving it, man. It's kind of, kind of going back where everything kind of all started for me, being born here in Ohio, coming up as a first baseman, getting drafted, going back into the outfield, and then, slowly but surely moving back to here a little later in my career. I'm having a blast with it, and I'm going to surprise some people over there because, that's a position that I love and a position that I take a lot of pride in. So, finally to be able to get that opportunity to do it a day in and a day out, I'm trying to give it my best.
Talking with Nick Swisher, you caught on here very quickly. You burst on the scene. The fans loved you. You fit in really well right from the start. You had a lot of success at the plate here during the regular season. What do you, when you look back on your Yankee years, what are you going to take with you?
Oh, just nothing but awesome memories, man. I had such a blast there. I mean, that was such a great chapter in my life. Just to be able to experience, like I said earlier, everything that comes along with being a New York Yankee and the mystique and everything. Man, that was such a blast for me, and I was so happy that I got to be able to do that because New York's a great city, and I'll always look back on that and smile.
And you got to win here, which is fun too.
Oh, winning a World Series, wow, what an honor for that, and in a way kind of etching your way in that Yankee tradition was fun for us as well.
And you did get it, because there's no one I would see on Old Timers Day who had more fun in the dugout than you. You would always be in there with all the old guys. You loved that, didn't you?
Well, you know what they say, man. As long as you put that uniform on, you got a lifetime pass to be a kid as long as you want. And I'm trying to take full advantage of that.
All right, you go in there. You brought some guys in there with you this year. You got Francona in there. What has Francona brought to that team this year?
I tell you what, man. I'm so happy that the decision worked out to come over here and to be able to play for a manager like him. Just a great man. Goes about the game the right way. Brings energy to the ballpark every day, and just loves being here, man. It's just been a blast to have him, and because I've always kind of been on the other side of it, being in Boston and New York, but to finally get to know him, not only as a manager, but as a man, it's been a lot of fun for me as well.
I know there's a lot of new faces this year, but it was still weird going against the Yankees the last couple of days.
Yeah, you know what? It kind of was, but just to be able to see some of the guys that I haven't seen in a while, we all talk through text and things like that, but just to be able to get to see those guys and give them a hug and tell them hello, man, that was a lot of fun for me.
Did you come close to any other team? Was it Cleveland all the way, or were you thinking about and dealing with some other teams in the offseason?
Well, Mike, I'm a businessman. I can't talk about that stuff. but
was it a close decision, or was it Cleveland all the way?
You know what, man? We had some options, and this was the best spot for us. When my wife and I looked down and said, you know what, we were looking for a long-term deal, and that's what we got. I mean, I feel like I could play this game until I'm 40 years old. So to be able to get the opportunity to be in one place, for a 5-year stint, I mean, it gives you stability, and for me, man, I just wanted to go somewhere where they wanted me.
And people don't realize Cleveland's listen, I don't like the weather, but Cleveland is a really good town.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's a good sports town. You got great fans. It's a rock and roll haven. You got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame right there. They love their sports. They love their football team. They love their college sports. They're a really good sports guys there.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, that is so true, because the fans around here are so loyal, and I'm so excited, being part of the Yankee universe and coming over here, man. The Tribe fans over here, man, are amazing, and I'm so happy to be part of this, and hopefully do the best that we can to try and bring this organization back to the 90s, when everything was rocking and rolling here.
Hey, we did some, we went out before the Yankees got good and did some of those World Series games, and that place was crazy. And you had a great with Manny Ramirez and Tomey. Those were great teams those Indian teams had in the 90s.
Well, that was the place that you wanted to be at that time. When things were rocking and rolling here in Cleveland, man, you wanted to be at the Jake. And, we're trying to bring that back here to Progressive Field. And we're going through a little bumps and bruises right now. But you know what? I think we're going to rally around each other, pick everything up, and get ourselves where we need to be.
Now, you were out and about all the time in New York City. What do you miss most about, forget the baseball part, what do you miss most about New York City?
You know what, man? It's a lot more laid back here. It's definitely a lot more laid back. And, the neighborhood that Joe and I have bought a place in, we're so happy. Our neighbors are amazing. The neighborhood is so gorgeous. So for us, it's a new chapter in our lives, but one that we're welcoming with open arms.
Well, listen, good to talk to you. We'll chat during the season. Have a good year, okay?
You got it, my man. Thanks for talking, bro.
Take care.